Nice.
All right, guys. Fire away. Patrick, a lot's been made about what your anticipation for the season might be, but for you personally, what has been your anticipation just to start this year?
I'm super excited. We get to go out there and play the game that you love, and we got a lot of guys that are super hungry and want to go out there and put on the show. And so for us, we have to just go out there with the mentality. Let's have some fun playing the game that we love, and try to go out there and win football games.
Preseason game 3, the protection was really good. I guess, how optimistic are you that this is the crew that's going to allow you to open up all 3 levels of the playbook, essentially attacking all 3 levels?
Yeah, I think every step of the way so far, they've done a great job of getting better and better and kind of checking those boxes. And so this will be a great test for them. I mean, this is a prolific D-line with Khalil Mack and really all throughout. They got depth at edge and D tackles, and they were one of the best defenses in the league this last year. So it'll be another test for these guys, and I'm excited for them to go out there and accept the challenge and showcase who they are.
As you begin the season, this is your 8th year as the starting quarterback. What stands out about this team, maybe opposed to other years, that gives you the confidence that this team is a team that can make it back to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I think it's just how we've kind of went about our business in the offseason. I mean, you can just see from the OTAs and to the training camp, we have a good mix of veteran guys, kind of these young veteran guys that have been in a lot of big games, and then some like young guys that are athletic and want to make their imprint. And so when you have that good mix of players like that, you have the experience, you have the athleticism, and now you have to go out there and just prove that you can win. And we got a lot of guys on our football team that have won a lot of games. But so how can we bring those guys in that are new up to the standard that we hold every single day at practice in the film room and on the game days? And so I think we've done that so far, and now it's about going out there and proving it on game day.
Every year is different, but just going back to the offseason and how you prepared yourself up until now, how do you feel going into this game 1?
No, I feel great. It was good to get a full offseason in, nothing serious injury-wise, so just being able to go out there and work my body and then being able to get this repetitions with the receivers and get on the same page as them. And we have a lot of the same receivers, I think, which is cool, kind of in those primary roles with Xavier and then with Rasheed and then Hollywood, guys that I've thrown to a lot, and then adding with the tight ends, and then the new guys were even here, a lot of them last year as well. And so having that chemistry built before the offseason, we can kind of work on the finer details of things, and I think it's going to show up on game days because we kind of built that chemistry before.
For you, was it right after the preseason finale that you turned your attention to the Chargers? And if so, what was your just initial reaction? I know I ask you every year about just seeing the first game plan for the upcoming season.
Yeah, I think it's a good game plan. I think the coaches have kind of been on it even before we finished that last preseason game. And so I finished it and turned right to watching film on the Chargers. Obviously have a good feel for stuff they did last year. I mean, you play them twice, and then we had that bye week, so I was watching Chargers film with the possibility of playing them in the playoffs last year. And so they're a good defense. I mean, they're a really good defense at every single level. They have great players. They're coached really well by Coach Mentor, and they're going to come in with the right mentality. And so it's about us accepting the challenge. And I feel like we have a good game plan in so far. We'll keep adding to that throughout the week. But you got to be able to execute on a play-by-play basis in order to move the football, because they will capitalize on all miscues and take advantage of their opportunities as well.
You guys had AFC West days throughout the offseason. How helpful is it when you go into a game like this?
For sure. I mean, you get a good feel for the entire scheme of things. They have a fast defense that can be complex, and everybody knows what they're doing. And so you want to be able to know what they're trying to execute. I mean, obviously they're going to have change-ups. I mean, they have good coaches and good players, but you want to have a good sense of what they're trying to do, what they're trying to make the quarterback do, and try to get you outside of your comfort zone. And so trying to be as simple as you can and trying to stay within what we do at a high level, and then try to execute against stuff that they're trying to scheme up against.
I'm going to Brazil and just starting the season out too in Brazil as well.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited. It'll be a great experience, a great chance to showcase who we are, the Kansas City Chiefs, worldwide, and I know the fan base in Brazil is extremely excited as well. So it'll be a cool experience, and being able to play our first game out there against a great opponent, it'll be a lot of fun.
You almost have to do this in the first game, right? Just to go that far. And what are your thoughts on body clock and adjusting to such a long trip?
I mean, obviously I don't know for sure, because I've never been down to Brazil before. But I think it's going to be a similar effect to Germany, except Germany, you were way ahead timeline and stuff like that. So we want to be as crazy as far as the sleep and how you figure out your sleep. I think it's just about managing the plane ride and keeping yourself moving whenever you have opportunities to, and getting your body right. But the trainers and coaches have really done the research, and they understand what we need to do. So now it's just going down there and playing football. And I think more than anything, it was just explaining to some guys how far the trip was. Some guys didn't understand how far the travel was, Travis, even though he just was down there like last year. So I was just explaining to him how the globe works.
Is there a difference between playing, already having the season going, you go to Germany and Mexico City, and then getting the season now, you just starting the season off in another country?
I think the blessing that we've had over these last few years is we've had a lot of crazy schedules. So it's like you just kind of go with the flow. You trust in the decisions that our operations and our coaches kind of plan for us throughout the off season, and then we just try to execute that at a high level so that when we get to the football field, we can just play our best football, and that's what we're here to do. And so we're excited for the opportunity.
Since we talked to you last, we learned about the Roshi suspension. Does that change anything with the game plan, having it happen so close to the game, and how do you cope with not having him on the field here?
Yeah, I think we prepared a little bit in the offseason just for other guys to have to step up in certain roles, but that's part of it. Last year with the injury that he had, guys had to step up and make plays, and so I think obviously losing a receiver of that magnitude, that's that good, it takes away from the offense in a sense, but at the same time we got him brought in depth with Veach and them had brought in a lot of receiver depth so that guys can step up and take over that role in different spots. It won't be just one guy; it'll be multiple guys that will kind of do some of the stuff that Rasheed has done, and then other guys will step up at other spots and make plays as well.
Okay, thanks, Patrick.